And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel. A big Friday show to get to, a big monster weekend ahead here at Laurel Park. But let's recap a couple big Thursday winners we had yesterday to kick off the big 5-day race weekend here at Laurel Park. Let's start with the Kieran McGee, Trevor McCarthy show. We'll get to Artful Splatter. She won 5 in a row, but the race before, race 4 yesterday, It Got Grandma, went off 19-1. Won his previous start, comes right back, goes wire to wire on a sloppy track, pays $40 for Trevor McCarthy, Helen Marshall, and Kieran McGee.
How about that? You said, on the show, a good race prior on an off track. Well, she really showed her affinity for the off-going. In yesterday's racetrack, you wanted to be kind of close to the lead. Well, Trevor took the initiative right away, went right to the front, easily cleared in the opening, probably 50, 60 yards, dropped over, set the pace in the two-path, kind of played a little cat and mouse game, right, with my man Pots and Pans, upper stretch, a little kind of good race riding there from the top of the stretch home, but gets it done. We talked about, in that race, it was wide open. You're thinking, man, you're going to get Trevor and Kieran at a big price. Yep. Well, you got it. They got the job done.
All right, so It Got Grandma, $40 horse in race 4. Then the feature yesterday, race 5, nice allowance race for filly and mares, going 2 turns. Artful Splatter beat Anna's Bandit. Nagisha, could she come right back and run another monster race? And she did. She threw the knockout punch early. It was all over. Nice, masterful front-end ride there by Alex Centron for Kieran McGee. Kieran and owner James Wolfe claimed Artful Splatter, a Maryland-bred daughter of Bandbox, claimed her for $16,000 last September. They've won now 5 in a row. They've now won 5 in a row. So a big home run there for Wolfe and the McGee operation.
I tell you, that's what you're doing. You're running that claiming operation. You want that's like the perfect scenario. Let's claim one, try a little something a little bit different. They went to the dirt, and things have just taken off. And Kieran's been so good year in and year out with those claims and being able to kind of get some horses, move them up a little bit. And this one, man, one of the better claims of recent note here.
And she got a decent buyer speed figure. I think it came back in the high 70s for Artful Splatter yesterday. So Anna's Bandit, who she beat in the Geisha back in January. Anna's Bandit, one of the favorites in the Grade 3. Run Happy, Barbara Fritchie this Saturday. We'll get to all that. So that's enough for yesterday. Let's get right to it today. Today is Stronach 5 Friday, the popular national wager with that $100,000 guarantee and that industry low 12% takeout starts right here at Laurel Park. Let's show you the lineup of races for today's Stronach 5. Starts Laurel Park, race 8. That's going to go off about 3:50 Eastern time. Then leg B is Gulfstream, race 7. Leg C, Golden Gate, race 3. Leg D, Santa Anita, race 4. And then leg E, we wrap it up, Gulfstream Park, race 10. I have a ticket. Let's just show it to you real quick. A very affordable $48 ticket for me today for the Stronach 5. And we're going to have a popular favored in the first leg of the Stronach 5. Race 8, that's a beat nickel going 5.5. The 4, Unbridled Outlaw, taking a big drop today for trainer Anthony Farrier. Centron will ride Unbridled Outlaw 7-5. Morning line, I use him on my single here. On our all-star selections that we send XBTV for their Stronach 5 ticket, I only send in the 4. Normally I send in 2 or 3, sometimes 4 selections. But I said I think we can get it done with the favorite to kick off the Stronach 5. So all the pressure on me and Unbridled Outlaw here in race 8 today.
I think he looks like he's, the best option is go right to the front and see if he can control it on the drop. Maybe a little bit of desperation, but this is, trying to get this horse to the winner's circle, and this might be the best option.
Right I might get a price. So that's my 5. The favored to kick off the Stronach 5. Then maybe I can get a price in leg B at Gulfstream. I have Tyler Gaffleone on the favored, the 2 Music of Light, but you're getting Edgar Prado at 10-1 on Chicaca for Sarah Nagel. Paco Lopez is 4-1 on the 8 So Charming, and Irad Ortiz Jr., who's going to be here tomorrow at Laurel. Ortiz is 6-1 on the 5 Kitten by the Sea. So maybe I can get a price home there in leg B. You can study my Stronach 5 ticket, all of our tickets and plays for today on the website, laurelpark.com. underneath the handicapping section. You can also read all the recent press releases about all the stakes action on the website, laurelpark.com. Let's show you the big number in today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 carryover. That's going to start race 3 on the 8-race program. It's getting up there. It was well played yesterday. We had a monster handle yesterday. Our overall handle yesterday was up over $1 million from last year. They bet over 8,000 new money into the Pick 6 yesterday. That's pretty good for us. That's a nice chunk of money sitting there, about 15,000 in today's Rainbow Pick 6.
Absolutely. Let's get it up over 20, 25,000 a day. Give
for
somebody
tomorrow.
a really good target. Yeah, they don't get it today. Sitting there with that great stakes card ahead of it tomorrow.
All right, so Stronach 5 and Pick 6 today. Tomorrow is a big monster super stake Saturday. It's our Winter Sprint Fest Carnival. Make that our Sprint Fest Winter Stakes Carnival. 5 big stake races tomorrow. The 2 features, the Grade 3 Run Happy Barbara Fritchie, the Grade 3 General George, then you have the John B. Campbell for older horses. That's race 4 tomorrow. That's going to kick off the stakes action. Races 4 through 8 tomorrow. 5 consecutive stake races. Race 4, the John Campbell, that kicks off the Rainbow Pick 6 tomorrow. So 5 of the first 6 legs of the Pick 6 are all stakes action tomorrow. Then the finale tomorrow is a nice allowance race. Right. So a nice Pick 6 sequence tomorrow. Starts race 4 with the John B. Campbell. Then you have the Miracle Wood, the Wide Country. Let's take a look at the feature, the Grade 3 Run Happy Barbara Fritchie. 6 very talented filly and mares in there for $250,000. The 9-5 morning line favorite, the 2 Cigar Row. She's made over $300,000. She's won here before at Laurel Park. She won last out against Stakes Company late January up there at Aqueduct. Naomi Tucker was up at Fair Hill a couple mornings ago. She caught up with the assistant trainer to Michael Stidham, talking about their favorite Cigar Row in the Grade 3 Barbara Fritchie this Saturday.
Jose Vargas joins us here, assistant trainer to Mike Stidham and regular exercise rider of Saguaro Row.
She's doing fantastic. I think the way I feel with her, I'm very confident with her for the race. They're coming up at Laurel Saturday. So hopefully we got a good trip and we can go from there. She's a very tough filly, like you saw. She's very talented and tough and tall. She's a strong filly. So I think she's going ready for this race, so I'm very confident with her. She's doing so good. She's eating great, and I love her. She is like one of my favorite horses that I had in my whole time.
All right, so there's Vargas, the assistant trainer and exercise rider for Cigar Row. She's the favorite in the Grade 3 Run Happy Barbara Fritchie. She's a lightly raced 5-year-old mare. What a nice field in the Grade 3 Barbara Fritchie. Only 6 in there, but the quality is there. All 6 of them are coming off monster 2019 campaigns. They all made over 6 figures last year. So a very quality field in the Grade 3 Run Happy Barbara Fritchie.
Absolutely. Cigar Row, 7/8, perfect little distance for her. She's thriving right now. I mean, obviously really liking Aqueduct. A little bit of a questionable race at Laurel a few races back, but her recent form, the way she kind of cruised past horses last time, makes her awfully dangerous and the one to beat in the Barbara Fritchie.
Yeah, she's the one to beat, with some local fillies waiting for her. Anna's Bandit, Blue Eyed Girl, Majestic Reason, needs supervision. So that's the Grade 3 Barbara Fritchie. The Grade 3 General George. You have the 4-5 favorite in there for Ends Fire, but Honor the Fleet, 3's over Deuces, and Tis He the One. They all ran lights out last out in the Fire Plug back in January. That's the local prep for the Grade 3 General George. So I go with the 5, Honor the Fleet, at 12-1 with Alex Centron aboard on top in the Grade 3 General George.
You know, he's shown some talent, showed it early in his career, putting it together. We were talking about, I guess, interviewed Albatroni. The horses had some hiccups along the way, health issues, some things that they've had to deal with, physical maybe some things, but it looks like they've got them right. And got a great ride by Cintron last time. Man, really, really good ride.
All right, so 5 big stake races on tap for you tomorrow. Let's get right to it. Let's show you what else is going on tomorrow. It's our Winter Carnival with the 5 stake races. We have the Maryland Jockey Club hat giveaway. Fun for the whole family. Kids winter crafts, face painting. We'll have the live ice sculpting demo. We'll have the big ice wall with cash and prizes in that ice wall. You can take the ice pick and just beat that ice wall. Try to get some cash and prizes out. So that's part of the Winter Carnival tomorrow. We'll have some nice wintertime weather tomorrow as well. And we also have a nice handicapping tournament starting tomorrow. It's the Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament. Starts tomorrow, goes through Saturday, March 14th. Go to learn more about it on the website, laurelpark.com, or go to guest services, first floor of the clubhouse, to learn about the Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament. That starts tomorrow. The big monster Saturday this year is Preakness 145. That's the third Saturday in May, middle jewel of the Triple Crown, Saturday, May 16th this year for Preakness 145. Go to Preakness.com for all your tickets and information for Preakness and Black Eyed Susan. Hats off to the track crew. We had a sloppy track yesterday. They've done a magnificent job. Let's show you a picture of the main track. We're going to have a fast track this afternoon here at Laurel Park. There you see them working on the track a little bit. It's going to be cold. A high of 36 today. Winds northwest about 13.8, gusting, mostly cloudy. No rain, no snow, so that's good. Nice and clear. Just some cool, crisp wintertime weather today and tomorrow here at Laurel Park. But we're going to have a nice fast track.
Absolutely. A little chill in the air. The wind kind of helped dry everything out. You see them doing their normal maintenance on that racetrack. They do a phenomenal job day in and day out through all the elements. You know, it's kind of a little bit of a thankless job too when you really look at it. Everybody takes everything for granted. That is not an easy task.
Track superintendent Chris Bosley and his whole crew working around the clock here on the track. So let's get right to it here. Race 1, we have a little carryover in our rolling super high 5. That bet has a low 15% takeout. We have it every race with 7 or more horses. There's the carryover. Race 1, little shy of $1,000. Also, race 1 kicks off the popular early pick 5 with that mandatory payout and that industry low 12% takeout. I have a $48 ticket for the early pick 5. Couldn't come up with a single here for this early pick 5. I'll go 4 deep here in the opener. Campari, I'm not so sure how reliable favorite he'll be here in the opener, so I'll go 4 deep, 3, 5, 6, 7. Couldn't come up with a single. Now, race 5, there's a strong even money favorite in there. The 7, Samard Shenanigan, is the even money favorite in there, taking a big drop today. You have to respect that filly, but the 1 Holiday Hopes could get the job done. Second off the layoff, second off the claim for Michael Merriman with the apprentice Avery Wisman, so maybe the 1 Holiday Hopes could pull off the mild upset there in race 5. Let's take a look at the opener. Race 1, going a mile, fast track, claiming 5,004 and up, never won 3 lifetime. I'm knocking Campari, but I go with him on top. 8-5 morning line for Mario Saray Jr. Yomar Ortiz will ride. Ortiz won on Campari 2 starts ago. I was against the Nickel 2 Life Company. Then they stepped up to the Maryland Bred Allowance. That was a little too tough. He ran a big number, 67 Buyer speed figure. So he's in good form now. About 2 weeks in between races. We dropped to the Nickel 3 Life today. This is a good spot for the 6 Campari. I pick him on top. You have him second.
Yeah, he's going to be the fave off of that bigger figure. Look at that 67 jump. Really didn't disgrace himself at all. Only beaten 8.5 lengths. I always kind of thought back he might have been a one-on-one sprinter, but he's been okay stretching out at the lower level. Has a little bit of tactical speed. But, Saray, 0 for 13. And 5 for 13 in the money allowance to claiming the last couple of years on the dirt. Maybe he's a little bit vulnerable today at a shorter price. I go with on top. That's my fault there, my number. I should have the 3 on top, guys. If we can flip that up, that's my mistake. Last Chucker, right? That's going to be my top selection in here. Last Chucker has teamed up with Thais Lapacina a few times and run big. A class drop in here. We got this horse the job done at a big price several races back. I think she can kind of go maybe take the measure of Blue Danube, because I think Blue Danube is going to go ahead and go right to the front today after rating last time.
All right, so change Keith's top pick to the 3 Last Chucker there in race 1. Let's move to the second race. We kick off the early pick 4 here in race 2. We're going 6 furlongs, maiden claiming 10,000 straight 3-year-old fillies. The 2 Smoking Baby, my top pick. We have a video spotlight of Smoking Baby from mid-December here at Laurel Park. This the debut assignment against Maiden 10, was 2.5 in front when they straighten away for home. It's going to finish an okay second here in debut. Then they tried Maiden Special Weight at Charlestown late January. Now back home here for the Maiden 10 today. Good spot for the 2 Smoking Baby, my top pick in race 2.
Yeah, took a lot of pressure. Calypso Ghost is going to end up and win this race, and I think this was a race first off of Claudio, has moved up and run well, runs today for 25,000. So I tell you, Smoking Baby, the inside of Charlestown, and that next race wasn't the greatest place to be. So I think right back here for the 10, she's got to be forward a long, long way, given a good break. I like a couple strangers in here, the one Crafty Alibi and the 5, Tis Included. I hope I got my selections right in this race, 1-5 or 5-1. There we go, guys. Thank you. Creative Alibi, let's talk about her real quick. 2 tries, comes off a left. Both were on the turf. Both were going long. You look at the breeding, it kind of leans distance. But I tell you, Marquez stays here. He teamed up with Lacey Godet with a winner the other day for a nickel 2 in life. Similar kind of layoff with improved speed. We might get that from the one Creative Alibi. I like the work coming into this race. They're forward. And Tis Included, turning back in distance, a little drop. Showed a little bit more forwardness last time. I don't think we'll be near the lead, but I think can make a run from mid-pack. So there's my little price shots, the 1 or the 5, if you're going to try to beat this favorite.
I would like the same 4 here. The 3 My Lila is going to be a nice price at 6-1. Ran a real big second at this level, 2 back, going 6 furlongs, and they tried the mile. That's not her distance. A better distance today for the 3 My Lila, and she'll slip away at a decent price here in race 2. Let's turn the page. The big 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 going to start race 3 today. Nice carryover. It's over $15,000. There you go, $15,411 today in the Rainbow Pick 6 starting in race 3. Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket for it. Let's check it out real quick, see how he plays it. $86.40 play. He goes all in race 4. So there's his ticket. You can study it some more on the website, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section. Here we go. Race 3, we're going a mile, claiming 25,000 straight 3-year-olds. I have the 2 on top, Olive's Bumper and the 4, Win Then Grin. They both ran together January 3rd. Let's show you that race. 2-4-4-2 on top for us in the 3rd. Here's January 3rd, a mile, muddy track, 25,000. Win Then Grin's going to win this day. Olive's Bumper, not the best trip, finishes 4th.
Yeah, Olive's Bump Up was caught outside every step of the way, made a little move up to Luma Factor, just couldn't really sustain. And Win Then Grin, we talked about the hood on the little earmuffs there, and the game is picked up for Win Then Grin. And I tell you, I'm not going to be mad at her last race. Look how game she is here, stand to the wire. Real gutsy effort. Last time out for the same $25,000 level. Catches Magical Luna, landing zone 2 Claudios, one of them on a drop, right? Magical Luna, the solid favorite in there. I think she's the best stayer in here. Scratch the 6B Magic. So Olive's Bumper might get the jump on her today, given that inside post. But to me, it's one of these 2. Calypso Ghost, I know she's on the improve. I want to just see if she can get the route of ground here.
All right. So we have the same 3 on top. I didn't use the 1 Vic's Cool Cat. You get 7 pounds off with the bug Charlie Marquez aboard here for Hugh McMahon. First off the claim for McMahon for this 3-year-old daughter of Sky Mesa. I didn't get to the 1.
Yeah, blinkers go on. I do think the option is going to get her into the race early. 6 furlongs, okay. I think she's fine at a mile. Once again, dealing with a horse like Olive's Bumper, if they kind of make that move together. Edge to Olive's Bumper with the bottom maybe underneath of her there, a little edge. But 4-2-3-1. Once, could be a user underneath and exact. I think you're going to get about 8-1 on her.
I used the 5 Evade, a recent sharp maiden winner up there at Aqueduct. Scratched the 6 B Magic out of the 3rd. B Magic was 9-2. The 6 is scratched from race 3. Race 4 is going to kick off the late pick 5. No carryover. They hit it yesterday, but as always, that industry low 12% takeout on all the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. I don't have a ticket for the late pick 5. I'm going to wait for that Stronic 5 starting in race 8. Let's take a look here at the 4th. Going a mile, claiming 16,000, 4 and up. I go with my price play of the day on top here in race 4. The 3 Monkeys Medals, 1-2 in a row. He's a deep closer. He likes this 1 mile distance with that long stretch to the second wire. He's a 7-time winner going a mile. He's a 7-time winner right here at Laurel Park. He went over 400,000 in earnings last out with his 11th lifetime win late January on a muddy track. He went on a fast track to start before, so he's stepping up a little bit in class today. But Mike Gorham has this 9-year-old in top form right now with Sheldon Russell aboard.
Stan, this race reminds me of the It Got Grandma race yesterday.
Right.
Evenly matched field for the most part. I like, you're going for. I don't have Monkey's Medal in my top 4. Not saying I'm going to use the exact because I think, underneath, he's going to bring some value. He might win it. I mean, it's amazing. The 9-year-old, the last 2 races, he got it done. He overcame some trouble a couple races back. He kind of got a setup last time. Is he going to get that set up today is the major question for me. Ness comes in with a powerful entry. Even Thunder, Try Flying. I guess Even Thunder is going to be the one, maybe the sacrificial up to the front. Try Flying a little bit better from off the pace. But I'm going to come back with Try Flying. I think that race against Sparty was okay. Got in a little bit of trouble around the turn in that sloppy sealed surface. I think he'll fire back with a steady run off of it. I think Celtic Treasure is a user, Stan. Do we have a video for his race?
Yep.
Yeah.
6,
and I tell you, he scratched from a little tougher spot recently, but all in all, this was pretty good internals. Made a move into it. Today, Major Flirt ran off and ran a big number, like an 84. But the final eighth of a mile, Celtic Treasure still giving effort. Holding on quite well. Just gets beat a nose for the place when it's all said and done. I think he's got good tactical speed against this group. The numbers work. Showing that heart that he showed there through the stretch makes him a player right back in today's 4th race. But a fairly evenly matched field here in race 4.
All right, we like a few of the same horses there. I'll take a shot with Monkey's Medal stepping up in class today, looking for 3 in a row. Let's get a quick commercial break. You like the late pick 4 today. That starts in race 5. We'll check it out right after this.
Run Happy is simply super. He polishes off an outstanding campaign with a dominant victory in the Malibu.
No medication, no problem. Run Happy, standing at Claiborne Farm.
All right, welcome back. Late pick 4 today starts in race 5. Keith, you have a ticket for it. Let's check it out. See how you play the late pick 4. Here we go.
Well, Shamar Shenanigans is going to be an awfully short price, but the one thing that still resonates there, she's had some issues out of the gate. So she's kind of had some trouble in her races. Yeah, her most recent 2 numbers make her pretty much almost a stick out against this group when you really look at it. But she's going to have to bring that back on the drop down right to the nickel. I'll throw in the 4 Trading Sense, a good effort off of a break. First time in the barn of Amy Cortez. So get you started 2 deep. We're going to spread it out here in the last 3. In race 6, the 3, 6, and 9. They look like the logical horses. I believe favoritism is going to go to the outside in the 9, Honorable Profit. Race 7 with the 4, 5, and 8 on the tap it now. I really like that runner for Damon Dilladovico. We've got a stat and a vid for him. And in the 8th, we'll wrap it up with the 4, 7, and 9. Not completely sold on Unbridled Outlaw. I'm going to have to throw a couple other horses in there for a $27 ticket. Once again, maybe not a home run of sorts, but if we can get 200 to 300, I'm happy with that.
All right, let's go for it. Here we go. Race 5 to kick off. The late pick 4, we're going a flat mile, claiming 5,000. Filly mares 4 and up. Never won 2. Lifetime, the 7, Samard Shenanigans, even money. Morning line favor. Let's start there. You mentioned the gate issues. That's enough to maybe scare me away a little bit. I'll use the horse in my exacta. I use her on my early pick 5 ticket. I'll try to beat her with the 1, Holiday Hopes. But your thoughts here on a heavy favorite and a big single on a lot of people's tickets?
Yeah, I mean, I do think this is the right move. Those numbers really aren't going to stack up. Maybe the $10,000 level. This is the right move coming back. Claimed her for 5. It looked like she was through this condition 2 races back. Unfortunately, got in a little bumping match through the stretch and was taken down. And really a protect move. And the number was okay, but it comes out of a key race. I think this is just the right move. Let's get the win and move on. If somebody wants to go ahead and claim her, go ahead and let her go. But I think the main competition was from the 4, Trading Sense. A pretty good trip last time. Granted, they went awfully slow, moved up to it, very willing to the wire. Might move up a little bit. It's going to have to move up a little bit in the second start off of a little break if she's going to beat Samar Shenanigans. I can see Holiday Hopes stand, okay number. You have a back number at a mile works, but I thought she was going to run better last time out.
Yeah, it was coming off the first off the claim for Michael Merriman last out, and had a few months off this winter time. Is 0 for 2 on a sloppy track. That was sloppy track last out for Holiday Hopes. She gets a fast track today. She's 5 for 10 in the money here at Laurel. You're getting a few pounds off with the Bug Avery Wisman. Yeah. I'll take a shot here with the 1, Holiday Hopes. Dropping. It's the cheapest this mare's run for, and second off the layoff. Let's see if she can improve a little bit today. We like the same four here. The four we both
Barn, yeah.
use Trading Sense, Weston Hamilton. This horse ran well last out for Amy Cortez, coming off having a few months off.
Yeah, not bad at all. We talked about it. He got a good trip, was able to save ground, move up. Just wasn't quite good enough late, needs to improve. Line of Roses, she had the Charlestown win, another one. I don't know really what she beat up there. But Holiday Hopes, looking at her, I guess if you want to be confident, you want to see her in the race around mid-turn. She shouldn't be that far out of it. So if she's lagging back a little bit further than that, I'd be concerned. So I would think Wisman gets her in range by mid-turn.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 6 to kick off the final pick 3. We're going 6 furlongs. Maiden claiming 10,000. Filly mares 4 and up. Let's start with the 9, your top pick. We have a video spotlight here. Okay, my bad. That was on a muddy track. The video didn't turn out very well that day. It was overcast, not a very pretty day on January 25th. But Honorable Prophet, a big second last out, is in pretty good form recently for Wayne Potts. You get 7 pounds off with Charlie Marquez. I use her in my exactor. I'll try to beat her with the 6 Expect Talk, who ran a big race last out at this level. But Honorable Prophet's getting 7 pounds off today.
Yeah, they ran on the same day on the 25th in that split of that maiden 10. Honorable Prophet ran a little bit quicker. She did what I thought she would do. She'd be up a little bit closer to the pace. The jock took her back 2 races back once again. From out here, I'd say just go ahead and go. She's going to try to control it. And Broadway Trooper encountered some trouble in that race against Honorable Prophet last out and showed a lot of heart finishing up. Numbers are but she doesn't have to move up much more to be a factor and hit the exact in here. It looks like one of these 3. If anybody else pulls variants, the old variants maybe could win this, but I can't really see anybody else. No.
All right, we have the same 4 there in race 6. Let's turn the page. Race 7 to kick off the late daily double. We're going 6 furlongs here in race 7, claiming 16,000, 4 and up. Never won 3 lifetime. Scratch to 1 Dirty Foot, who was 2-1 morning line. So big scratch here of the 1 in race 7. I'll go with the 4 on the tap it now. On top, we have a video spotlight of his last race, January 30th, a real big second at this level, going 7 furlongs.
And man, this was a tough little beat here. Shawnee P is going to end up benefiting from the duel. I tell you, I'm the tap it now. Got in a battle right from the get-go, and I tell you, looked like he's just going to kind of maybe fade a little bit from here. He digs back in. He's going to shake clear in mid-stretch stand, hugging the inside with Kevin Gomez on that left fleet, and Shawnee P just had the dream trip. It's not like he's rolling on by. It's kind of a grinding run and is able to get up by a head. But I'm the tap it now. Nothing but gameness right there. He goes 3rd off of a layoff, though, and this is going to lead us right to our stat here for trainer Damon Dilladovico. How about this? The last 3 years, 10 for 33, 30%, 21 for 33 in the money. Dirt sprints, 3rd off of 11. Look at that ROI of 285. There's a little bit other token speed in here. Fort Royal, Nautical Nature might go ahead and go. So it's going to be up to the jock. First 1/8 of a mile, get your position, get this horse to relax and finish, maybe get on that correct lead a little sooner. I think I'm the tap it now. It's going to be awfully tough in race 7. You're looking for a little bit of a price. I think I might have this Cape Lookout, the outside horse, the 8, a little too high. Lined at 8-1 for Kieran McGee. First off the claim, doesn't ride Toledo much at all. So this was a little bit, caught me like, wow, okay, all right, we're going to go this way. But he's got races on the page. I like him a little bit as a 1-run sprinter to make his presence felt. And the 5, Mice and Men. He's had some troubles, not the easiest of trips, a little bit of a drop here. Weston Hamlin's been, keep an eye on him. He's been riding pretty well. And he's not scared to save some ground and work a trip inside out. So I like Mice and Men as a price user as well with I'm the Tap It Now.
Well, the 5 Mice and Men getting a class relief today for Dale Capuano. Your second pick, Cape Lookout, is interesting. First off the claim for the Red Hot Barn. Kieran won 2 yesterday. And this horse, the last couple of races, has been an off track and then gets a fast track today. Ran a big 3rd on a fast track back in November. So I like the 8 to 2. I use in my exacta Big Boots for Ricky Silliman. Good 3rd last out with Sheldon Russell aboard. Russell back aboard today. And Big Boots had a real nice score against 10,000 2 Life last November. A big win that day and a good 3rd last out. So I think the 2 Big Boots Not crazy about the inside post, but
Right.
I think he'll be coming late to get a piece of it.
Yeah, I just think I whiffed a little bit on that line on Cape. Look at him. I could see him. He might get as low as 3.7 at 2. If you're seeing that means he's live. Look at that. Factor it in 3 races back. What would factor it in be in this race? 2 to 5?
Sure.
With the numbers and the form he's been in of late. So, yeah. Hey, we miss sometimes, Dan. You know what happens.
Well, we didn't know the one Dirty Foot was going to scratch. So with the 2-1
Yeah.
favorite
Yeah.
scratched out of this race, that's going to change all the odds here in race 7.
Yes, it will.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 8 kicks off the popular national wager, the Stronach 5, with that guaranteed $100,000 pool. Industry low, 12% takeout for all the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Starts Laurel Park Race 8. Let's show you the lineup of races for today's Stronach 5. Laurel Park Race 8, about 3:50 Eastern Time. Second leg is Gulfstream Park Race 7. That's a 1-mile turf event claiming $40,000. Never won 2 lifetime for filly and mares 4 and up. Okay, that's leg B. Leg C, Golden Gate Race 3, 5.5 on the Tapeta, claiming $8,000. Never won 2 lifetime in leg C. Leg D, we go to Santa Anita. Nice first level allowance race for 3-year-old fillies. Cal-bred, cal-sired, going a mile on the turf, then a big field to wrap it up. Gulfstream Park Race 10, that's leg E, a maiden 16,000 3-year-old fillies going 2 turns on the turf. So a big field on the turf in leg E, big field on the turf in leg D. You have the Tapeta at Golden Gate in leg C, big field on the turf, leg B at Gulfstream. And we have a heavy 7-5 favored and a nice field here at Laurel Park to kick it off. Let's check out my ticket for the Stronach 5. I'm going to use the 4 Unbridled Outlaw, your 7-5 favorite in race 8. I'll use him. He's my best bet of the day. He's my key horse. So I'll single on Unbridled Outlaw here, race 8 to kick off the Stronach 5. Now, leg B, Gulfstream Race 7, the 2 Music of Life with Tyler Gaffalione, one of the favorites in there for Sassy Joseph Jr., Saffy Joseph Jr. A couple prices in leg B. I like the 5 Kitten by the Sea, 6-1 for Mike Maker. Irad Ortiz Jr. rides the 5 Kitten by the Sea at 6-1. The 7 Shy Kaka for Big Lick Farm and trainer Sarah Nagel. Edgar Prado rides this 4-year-old filly by Animal Kingdom. She was a sharp winner on the turf, 2 back. So she's live. I think the 7 with Prado at 10-1 leg B. And then Paco Lopez, one of my favorite Gulfstream riders. Paco's live on the 8 So Charming at 4-1. Leg C at Golden Gate. It looks like the 2 Pamper Me Now, the 6 Smiling Bandit, and the 7 Smokin' Encounter in top form in that race. Leg D at Santanina. I'll go with the 2 favorites. The 1 Warrior's Moon with Flavian Pratt aboard for Peter Yurton. Warrior's Moon's 3-1. And the 4 She's Devoted is your 5-2 favored with Joel Rosario aboard. Leg E at Gulfstream. Maiden 16 going 2 turns on the turf. Paco Lopez on one of the favorites, the 4 Big Boss Lady for David Falk, 7-2, and the 6 Better Begin for Ralph Nix, and Irad Ortiz Jr. On the 6 Better Begin. That filly's 3-1. So the races where I'm only a single or 2 deep, I think I have the best horses, and maybe I can get a little price home in leg B at Gulfstream. It's a challenging sequence, even though we have a 7-5 favorite here in the first leg.
Like I say, if you added the 2 horses I like in this first leg, it bumps your ticket. You know, the 3 logical horses. It's only, I'd say only one, but it's only 144. You know it's going to pay that, right?
Sure.
So if you had to spread somewhere else, what races do you fear the most maybe in the whole sequence of this? So if somebody said, hey, you know, you take a little bit deeper look, what race do you think, okay, I'd like to add a horse here if you're going to give me a little bit extra coin to go ahead and make the bet?
You have Kent DeSormo on a 10-1 shot in leg C at Golden Gate Fields. In that race, the Golden Gate leg's always been tough to produce some long shots. So DeSormo's riding at Golden Gate now. Okay. So DeSormo's 10-1 on the 3 in leg C. You have a 5-1 shot there. Independent Indy first off the claim for Barna wins at 27% first off the claim. So maybe leg C, I'd take a few more in that Golden Gate leg.
And that makes it affordable. Even if you keep your single, you get that single home.
Right.
then you've got that shot moving forward to give you a little bit more confidence into the rest of it. So that's good.
All right, so race 8 is also the Quinella race with that low 10% takeout. Last live race. Every racing day we have the Quinella. Let's take a look here. Race 8 going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 5,004 and up. A in 6 months, never won 4 lifetime. The 4 Unbridled Outlaw. Sometimes a barn just has to make a horse win. This 7-year-old's made almost $250,000. Now he's 0 for 2 here at Laurel Park. I'm not thrilled about that, but he's in good form. He ran a good third at Churchill for 75 last November. Anthony Farrier and James Wolfe went to Churchill, claimed Unbridled Outlaw for 7,500. A good third against some tough customers in an 8,000 starter allowance January 1st, and just got beat a half length last out, going 6.5 against open 12-5 claimers. A big third, beaten by Easy River, who would come right back to win for 16,000. And now we want to win now, so we drop to a beaten nickel. An easy spot here for Unbridled Outlaw. He's supposed to win. I saw Farrier earlier. I said, I need a key horse in the Stronach 5. He gave me the nod.
Oh, he gave you the high sign.
I like it. He gave me the nod, right. So hopefully everyone's happy here and confident of the heavy favored in race 8, the 4 Unbridled Outlaw.
Did we have his last race?
We do. We have a video spotlight from January 24th, where he gets beat by Easy River.
Yeah, and you're this open 12-5. You're coming down, like I say, to the condition. He's holding form. It's not like he's really looking like he's tailing off. His numbers are consistent. He's about a low 70 horse right now, but Easy River is able to sneak up to the inside, and I know one guy that wasn't real happy when this horse came through on the rail. He was hoping, it's not me, but was hoping maybe we could kind of keep him in a little tighter through the stretch, but maybe the horse just really doesn't like being that close down inside. But Unbridled Outlaw, I just don't. If anybody's going to run with him early, I guess it's the fresh Will Munnings on the outside for Ness. Ness has this horse protected with the waiver. He's got big back numbers, kind of like Unbridled Outlaw. So maybe he'll be able to upset the apple cart. But I think Smoking Hot Factor, second off of a claim, I think he just has to run really close to his last race. And if the two favorites, I think the top 2 horses in the betting, Unbridled Outlaw and Will Munnings, get into a little bit of a battle, he's going to be the one sitting there in the catbird seat to maybe run by late. So I'm not completely sold. I would go 3 deep to get you started in that Stronach 5.
Ty Lapustino on the 7 Smoking Hot Factor for Rudy Sanchez. Solomon the Barn with a win either yesterday or last weekend. And Ty and Rudy, they do well together. They're 25% together. I used the 7 in my exacta. Let's see if I can get my single home here. Unbridled Outlaw to kick off the Stronach 5. That popular national wager starts race 8 today with that guaranteed $100,000 pool. Stronach 5 starts right here, Laurel Park today, race 8. Nice carryover today in our 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That starts race 3. That's over $15,000. Tim Tulloch has a ticket for that. You can study his ticket. All of our tickets for today and our picks for today, our picks for tomorrow, they're on the website, laurelpark.com, underneath the handicapping section. Also, read about all those stake races tomorrow. Read all those press releases on the website talking about all the big stake races tomorrow. So some big action today to kick off a big weekend.
I'm pulling for you. I know one thing. The Stronach 5, if you take it down, everybody, he's a very generous man right here. We eat very well. So I'm pulling for you, Stan. I'm going to be hungry tomorrow, so get this thing done. I'm looking forward to it.
Due for a big one. All right, that's it. We're out of time. Dave Rodman's coming up next with today's Scratches and Changes. Good luck.
Good luck.